Theboxingvoice.com is brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services. El Camino Electric has over 15 years of commercial experience with startup companies, work consisting of design build, clean room fabrications, lithography labs, test labs, special tools, and equipment installs. El Camino Electrical specializes in the install of EVC from the start of the project to the finish. El Camino Electrical Services is an established commercial electrical contractor with the ability and experience to carry out industrial and commercial work. Services include design build, electric vehicle supply equipment infrastructure, semiconductor fabrication clean rooms, special equipment and tools, startup companies, turnkey installation, electrical vehicle supply equipment infrastructure. So head over to elcaminoelectricalservices.com for all your electrical needs.
This is Angel Garcia. Now tune in to the Boxing Voice. Don't forget.
What's up, this is Danny Garcia. You're listening to the Boxing Voice.
You're listening to the Boxing Voice.
It's showtime! Welcome back, boxing fans.
Blood is good. Blood is emotion. Blood is a story, a drama.
Deep gas, blood pouring right into his eye.
Blood is what we want to see in terms of passion.
Blood streaming out from the cut in the eye, nose, and mouth, cheek swollen. He's still crying.
It is a very good fight tonight.
We have Heather, the Heat Hardy. Is this you?
This is me. I think I need to talk to you every night because you make me smile. Plus, over here.
Never been a lame-o, never been a lame-o.
Yeah, I love you. Trip.
I'm okay.
You're serious? You're serious?
And that's the good thing about UK. That's why I can't hate on them guys, man. They love fucking boxing.
No fighters in England. They all bums.
Did you hear what this idiot just said?
Yo, Khan, you're gonna get your ass beat by Molina, Khan.
Are you fucking kidding me? He's overrated.
Do some push-ups for me right now.
For the interview?
Yes. Don't get your hands go. Get out of here, Berto. Go home.
You want the title fight to be? You not even right? You want the title fight to be?
Boxingvoice.com.
That's why we use the word sensation.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're shocked, you should be, because it's another spontaneous show. Just another good reason for you to continue to show some support to the guys over here at the Boxing Voice and continue to drop those 5-star reviews, because when the news hits, when it's hot and it breaks, we are here. We are here for you. So we are here today with a spontaneous show to bring to you nothing other than our opinion on Floyd Mayweather taking to FightHype.com and basically saying that he could shut down Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Amir Khan that's taking place on Cinco de Mayo simply by making one small phone call to Danny Garcia's father and setting up his 50th fight. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my co-hosts that are here so we can discuss this excellent topic, hailing from Corpus Christi, of course.
It's me, Mario.
Well, you know, I always love a Mayweather-oriented show driven by a simple word he says. I hope there's one day where I could, like, just say something and it becomes news, relevant, but I'm excited to get into this topic for sure. Let's do it.
All the way down in Massachusetts.
You want the title shot at the beat? He's not even right. And you want the title shot at the beat?
You know, just when we thought Mayweather was gone, he was going to be retired, it's just not happening. He just keeps resurfacing and resurfacing with new stories, new information, and obviously, you know, speculation when he went to that Garcia-Guerrero fight. Would there be a 50th fight? We all know there's going to be one. At least I believe there is. So let's see if there's fire where there's smoke.
I just like the fact that he's such a villain. He's such a good villain. You know, I'm sorry to say it. He is what boxing needs. You need a shit talker that can back it up. And I love everything about this article. And what we're gonna do, obviously, is we're gonna present you with those quotes so that you can take it in just a little bit and I guess hopefully appreciate good shit talking when you hear some. Mario.
So, of course, it was the Fight Hype article in which Ness is referring to Mayweather's comments, and he was told. Mayweather told Ben Thompson, we believe the article who was published under Ben Thompson, and we don't know if there's going to be a live audio feed or what that's going to come out of it, but for now we have quotes. Floyd said, "You know, it's funny, my videographer James Diop, one of the best videographers in the world, came to me and said, Floyd, look what they're saying, trying to say that this fight is bigger than you and Pacquiao," and he's referring to Khan Canelo. "I mean, records are made to be broken. We'll just see what the numbers do. We can't really say anything. Anything can happen. They probably can make, I don't know, what, 74, 73 million at the gate." Now, what's interesting here is Mayweather-Pacquiao did 72 million, so he's alluding to the fact that Canelo-Khan could break it. It's possible, you know, stated retired undefeated former pound Floyd Mayweather. So, you know, and even Ben Thompson in the article suggests that Floyd was being sarcastic with his comments. So Floyd went on to say, you know, I can easily put a halt on that fight if I chose to call Mr. Garcia, Danny Garcia's dad, if I chose to call him and say, you know what, sir, you're a hell of a trainer, your son's a hell of a fighter, he's undefeated champion, I'm an undefeated champion, and I think it would be great for me and your son both to make a lot of money. And like I said before, you're very outspoken, my dad is very outspoken. It would be good for me to come back for number 50 and fight the undefeated Danny Garcia. You know, at MGM Grand, you know, since Danny Garcia is an undefeated fighter and he's very explosive, he's a very good fighter. He really represents Puerto Rico the same way Trinidad did. Even though he's from Philadelphia, he represents the red, white, and blue for Puerto Rico. So I'll skip the rest of it and I will go to the part where Mayweather did say, because if I'm not mistaken,
Don't skip it.
Okay,
Don't
okay,
skip
fine.
it
I'll go.
Because he says, I'll go over to the MGM Grand and say, you know what? We need a venue. Also, and we'll see. He informed Fight Happy. So, you know, he's saying he could still go to the MGM Grand and pull that date in that venue.
Because if you do know, as everyone knows that listen to the show, Canelo-Khan is likely to take place at the, I'm sorry, what's it called?
Well, it's the new MGM Grand Arena.
Well, it's not a new MGM Grand. It's called something different. But yes, it's the new Vegas arena that's being built.
But it's an MGM Grand property, right?
It's owned by the same people, I believe, that own MGM. But I think it's called the T-Mobile Arena. Okay. So let me finish it. Mayweather last said in the article, because if I'm not mistaken, I fought Canelo, right? And then Danny Garcia fought Amir Khan, and we're both undefeated. So what do you want to see? Do you want to see them or do you want to see us? I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. Those are the type of things that I can do. I want to say congratulations, Danny Garcia. Wear that belt with class and wear that belt with style. You deserve it. And the article ends there. But knowing Ben Thompson, knowing Fight Hype, we're likely to see some other stuff come out, you know, here in the next week or within this week. So, you know, we'll keep everyone posted on that. But man, it was a major thing to say. Beeb, what are your initial thoughts on that?
Psychological warfare, obviously, laying the groundwork for the potential fight, pre-fight build-up, pre-fight hype, no pun intended. But, you know, I was at the Victor Ortiz-Andre Berto fight, and Floyd Mayweather was there with 50 Cent watching the fight, and, you know, the cameras were on him all night. And he was asked in several interviews after that fight, are you going to fight Victor Ortiz? Are you going to fight Victor Ortiz? And, you know, he was like, I don't know. And they prolonged it and prolonged it and prolonged it. And Floyd likes to play coy, and I'm sure he's going to play coy in the you know, coming weeks or the coming months, whatever the case may be. But I think eventually this could be a potential fight. If you would ask me right now, is this fight going to happen by the end of the year? I'm honestly about 90% sure, yes, it is going to happen by the end of the year. Yes. Because Floyd doesn't do things for no reason. I mean, there's usually an ulterior motive when he's at a fight, when he's in the press talking, there's always an ulterior motive, and I think the ulterior motive is to get this fight done.
Well, actually, Ness did say when we spoke about it earlier that he feels that this was Mayweather's, I guess, opportunity, or what he was trying to do was feel it out, get response.
Absolutely.
Ness,
This is clearly a Mayweather Devin Alexander. Remember that? This is what this is. This is a feel. This is a tester. Let's see what they say. But I think it's doable. It's 11 weeks away. He could totally announce this fight. With 11 weeks to announce it, 8 weeks to train, Garcia just coming off of a fight, so he's in shape. Angel Garcia already saying he wanted Danny to come back in the first week of June. I don't see what's the difference. I mean, listen, now, does he do it? Was Mayweather truly retired, and is this a rush comeback, or, you know, is he just talking junk? You know what I mean? Or was this planned all along? And it's not a rush job. And this 11 weeks is more than enough to promote a super fight with 2 undefeated fighters. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, he's not lying. He's not lying. What do you rather see? 2 guys that lost, or the 2 guys that beat the 2 guys that lost?
There it is. There it is. The reason why this podcast, this specific one, will draw the lines, and we'll create the civil war here. So whether he'll do it or not, Beef says he's 90% sure it's going to happen this year. Ness, a little less likely that it's going to happen by May 7th. I believe that it very well could happen.
I don't want you to go away too far, because I think we talked about this off air, and I just want to get this out, right? If it doesn't happen before Cinco de Mayo, isn't it a fail anyway? Because if you give Canelo any steam, if you give him that platform to take Cinco de Mayo, it's full steam ahead for September. What could Mayweather come up with that in September Canelo can't already top with this momentum?
I think you're missing the plot, bro.
I think so.
Mayweather's goal is to have the biggest pay-per-view fight
of the year
every year. So let Canelo and Khan do what they got to do on May 7th. Worst case scenario, he comes back in September on the Independence Day of Mexico, right? And steals that date from Canelo, because Canelo usually wants to have that date now too. He wants both dates, supposedly, according to what he's told the public. So Mayweather comes back with Garcia in September against a Hispanic fighter on Mexican Independence Day, and boom, if he steals the thunder from Canelo by topping his pay-per-view, which probably he would be able to do, then boom, he shuts him down that way. That's the other way.
I agree.
You got to think chess, not checkers, bro. You got to think moves ahead. And Mayweather's always playing chess in the ring and outside the ring, and these are moves ahead. Go ahead, Mario. I don't mean to keep.
No, not at all. This is what
but May 5th has always been May Day.
No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
Whatever.
This is what Floyd's trying to do. He's trying to steal the limelight. Like, that's what this article is about. He can't let anyone else have their shine. He can't let Canelo have this momentum where it's like, oh, you want to take May, you want to pretend like you're having the biggest day. People saying that this fight is as big as Mayweather-Pacquiao, because there are people out there saying that. I don't know who. Those things get to Floyd. Listen, there are people saying it. I'm not saying I'm saying it. I'm not saying you're saying it. I'm just saying there are people saying it.
It's promotional.
But the question, it is. And the question boils down to this one simple question. Okay, it's in our description. It basically is the thesis of this show today. Is Mayweather Garcia better than Canelo? The answer, an astounding no. It is not better, because Danny Garcia Mayweather, we all know what that is. We all know what that is. Come on.
We don't know
Garcia is a struggling. No, because Khan is such a masterful offensive fighter. Canelo. I'm not going to say it's a 50-50 fight, but it is definitely a fight. Can Garcia beat Mayweather realistically?
No, Mario. Listen, I'm gonna tap out. I'm gonna kill myself. Okay. Because I forgot I'm on the show with 2 guys that are picking Khan versus Canelo. So
I haven't made a pick. First of all,
the rest of the world,
it's a 60-40 fight in Khan's favor, and this fight is a 70-30 fight in Mayweather's favor.
And look, and that's fine. And that's fine.
Let's say it on air. Let's say it on air that Garcia has a better chance of beating Mayweather than Khan has of beating Canelo.
I can't even say that.
Oh, there you go.
Even he doesn't believe it.
We got him over to the dark side.
I can't say it.
Boom!
No, listen, because I am a mature boxing fan who only can learn with each fight. So the more and more fights that I've seen of Amir Khan, I know that there are worlds. There's gonna come a strange time where he's gonna go through a war pole and he's gonna come out a disciplined Khan and he's gonna be able to stay away and box from the outside and his chin won't come into question. But there's also worlds where the minute you touch that chin, he goes down. And when he gets up, he's got Bambi legs.
Yeah, that was many moons ago, though. That's many
I don't
moons
remember
ago.
that far back. Listen,
Yeah,
but Danny Garcia is a flawed fighter. Danny Garcia is a limited fighter.
That boy down.
Oh, it was a flash knockdown. We don't count flash knockdowns.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's look at the resume that Floyd has, and I don't even know if Danny Garcia would fall in the top 10 of all time Floyd Mayweather opponents. So we've seen what Berto Mayweather produced in terms of numbers.
Let me ask you something.
The fans do not want to see Floyd in mismatches, and Danny Garcia represents that.
Mario, quick question. Garcia, Guerrero, who's the better fighter?
Garcia.
No, but I want to hear you say it on record. Don't just nod your head.
Danny Garcia is the better fighter, yeah.
All right, then. Garcia, Guerrero, who's the more popular fighter?
Garcia.
Danny Garcia, yes.
Okay. Garcia, Berto, who's the more accomplished fighter?
Garcia.
I mean, at junior welterweight?
My man, any way you want to assess it.
Well, Andre Berto at welterweight.
Well, we can't compare him at welterweight. Danny's only had like 2 fights.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, why can't you? Because you got to actually come in, put Berto's fights that he actually won at welterweight. What did he actually win at welterweight?
The WBC welterweight title.
Versus who?
But it doesn't matter. He won the belt.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
It does matter.
Mario. Listen, we don't have to argue because, if all you want to do is give Berto a title, Danny has the WBC. He just got it.
I know.
So that means nothing. You've proved nothing there.
To defend you, Ness, Danny Garcia fought a better opponent to win his title than Berto did to win his.
Listen,
I don't disagree.
Berto didn't beat Ortiz. What's his big win at welterweight for you to be talking about? He got a good resume, and we should be moving on.
I didn't say he has a good resume. I said his resume is better than Danny.
I said who's more accomplished. We should be moving on.
I can't agree with that, Mario. I'm sorry.
There's only one guy in that sentence that's more accomplished than the other. You're wasting our time. Let's keep going. Who's more accomplished, Berto or Danny? No, you got to admit it.
I think Danny is. At least Danny unified his title.
Of course, Danny overall. Yeah, he was the.
All right then. Who's another Mayweather opponent? Who's another Mayweather before before Berto was who?
Miguel Cotto.
Cotto. Well, that obviously. Okay. Well, this is a good comparison. Not in one that Danny is on his level, but there's similarities. We know that Mayweather has fought Miguel Cotto. Both Danny and Cotto are Puerto Rican.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something crazy right now, and this is gonna send shockwaves across the boxing world. Arguably, with Floyd retired, you could say Danny could possibly be the 3rd best welterweight in the world, or the 4th, I should say, 3rd or 4th.
No, maybe most accomplished in terms of what they've done in their career.
3rd or 4th.
Listen, I'm okay with him being the 2nd biggest Puerto Rican draw.
But think about it
now.
Next to Cotto, no, he's none. I mean, he's one.
Come on.
Think about it though.
So you're telling me Felix Verdero packed 12,000 where, Mario? You're just saying shit to say shit. Stop
You're saying that they were all Puerto Ricans? Come on, get out of here. You're saying that Danny packed nothing but Puerto Ricans?
I didn't say that. I said
following. That's where it comes from most of all.
Listen, I didn't say that Danny packed all Puerto Rican. I said outside of Miguel Cotto, who's Puerto Rican, Danny is the next Puerto Rican draw.
Yeah, yes.
Verdero ain't doing 12,000 nowhere.
No, Verdero hasn't done anything. Plus, let's get on the list. Pacquiao. We have Pacquiao, Bradley, Thurman, Porter. And
whoa. What are you putting Bradley in? At what?
Right now, I put Bradley at number 2.
As a ticket seller? What are we talking about?
No. Well, just top welterweights.
Top welterweights. Okay. Pacquiao, Bradley.
Thurman, Porter's a tie. And then you put Danny right there. So he's like the number 4.
Well, you got Kell Brook. You got to think about Kell Brook.
Yeah, Kell Brook too. But again,
and honestly speaking, I'll put Kell Brook above Danny because I value the Sean Porter win above the Guerrero win for Danny. I do.
Okay, we'll do that. So we can put Kell Brook behind Bradley. Then we got Thurman and Porter probably tied, and then we got Danny. Danny's a top 5.
Yeah, but it's tough to do that though because I mean, so then Aaron Martinez is better than Danny because I value the Devin win over Guerrero. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, no, and I'm just saying this like theoretically, like if you could, there's an argument to be made, right?
Oh, you just like to waste time.
No, it's not about wasting time. I'm just saying that it's Danny's a credible fighter, and the fight means a lot with Floyd. There are dynamics there. The Puerto Rico thing, the undefeated thing, there's plenty of stuff, okay? But my only point is that the market has spoken. Casual fans do not want to see Floyd in gimme matches, and Danny Garcia represents a bigger gimme match than Canelo.
Okay, but that's Floyd's thing. How is Danny versus Floyd a mismatch when Canelo, who lost to Floyd, is now going to fight Khan, who lost to Garcia? What's the difference?
Khan's better than Garcia.
Khan's better than Garcia, yet he lost.
You know why it's not a mismatch? Because Danny can fight, number 1. Danny's a champion, number 2. Danny beat a good fighter to win the title, number 3. Just because he's going to be the underdog, that's not saying he's going to be like, doesn't belong in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the underdog, but it's not like he doesn't deserve to fight Mayweather.
He deserves it.
I just want to play something for you guys that it's forever gonna be like history, because you gotta and this is what I'm saying. It's not about Jake Rod and nothing. It's about just black and white, dude. What's right and what's wrong. Listen to this audio from years ago. I don't even know what year this is.
I mean, if I fight a guy 10 years younger than me, he don't have enough experience. If I fight somebody my age, he's too old. If I fight a guy moving up in weight class, he's too small. I'm always in a no-win situation. Only thing I can do is go out there and keep kicking ass.
Now, that's exactly what we're saying. Because on one hand, it is because on one hand, you're saying Canelo gets a pass for fighting Khan, who really hasn't done anything at welterweight to merit a Canelo fight, but you're still giving him a shot. Right? Then Danny at least has fought a legitimate welterweight where Canelo hasn't fought a legitimate middleweight yet.
Yes, I'm gonna kill the argument right here. First of all, you have Thurman and Porter tied up. You have Khan tied up. Okay? So you have Pacquiao and Bradley tied up. So this would be the best available opponent. No, Mario? Given the circumstances, right?
You're absolutely right. Listen, if this article said I want to fight Danny Garcia for my 50th fight, I would say, wow, that's a great fight. That's awesome. The sooner the better. However, the article was not that. This was the arrogance of Floyd Mayweather to come out and automatically assume that, his name holds so much weight that it could be anybody in his opinion. But he uses Danny Garcia. So if you don't talk about Canelo-Khan, I have no problem. But to match yourself up and to put that in my face and to ask me to choose, well, I'm going to choose, and I'm choosing Canelo-Khan. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And so that's the only argument. It's not that Danny Garcia is not credible. It's not that Danny Garcia doesn't deserve the fight. I absolutely believe he deserves the fight. It's just don't compare it to Khan and Canelo. If you want to come out and shatter everyone's perception, call out Golovkin, because either way you're not fighting in May, right? You're not going to fight Danny Garcia. You're not going to fight Golovkin. You're not going to fight Klitschko. You're not going to fight anybody. So then don't say it.
No, because then you get to hold him to that.
If he's retired, then you don't have to fight anybody.
I think Danny will have a kind of a soft touch defense in May, or June, excuse me, and then I think Mayweather and Danny fight in September. That's what I actually think is going to happen. What, Mario?
Let's take one or two calls. See what this is saying here. We got 443. No producer today, man. So help us out. Who's this? 443. Baltimore 443.
You.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
King Go, man, boxing. I'm calling about the fight or whatever. First time caller too, so I need that love.
Oh, for sure, without a doubt. One moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
That's King Jockey Joe Boxing, man. You know what it is. All right, man. Anybody complaining about just the chatter, they out of pocket for real. It's an easy fight to like. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I don't care if it happened in September or May or whatever. The truth is, Floyd was telling a whole lot of truth in that interview. If he calls the fight and he really wants to fight, and they try to make the fight, it will outshadow the Canelo fight for one reason. This Floyd Mayweather, he's supposedly been retired since the Berto fight, right? You can go on any boxing post, any boxing, anything. They talk about him. Raphael and Kim talk about him. He's connected to the most hated fighter, the most hated guy in boxing. They're the two most hated guys in boxing, Floyd and Al or whatever. All I'm saying is this, man. When they come up and they make noise, it matters like nobody else makes noise in boxing. We can't be mad. What we should be doing is being real happy that we got a guy who's not even fighting right now, who might be able to make the ESPN ticker tonight because he said somebody's name. Canelo can't do that. Amir can't do that. Danny Garcia, even though I think he's the chosen one, he's the one that they want to push, he can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, boxing is at a point where they need Floyd to be Floyd. I know a lot of people running around talking about we need to quit him. No, not just yet. Not just yet, because a lot of these cats still got a lot to prove. Let's at least get this, talk this shit until after the Porter fight, after the Manny fight, because for real, neither one, all four of them together don't got the buzz that Floyd does when he's saying he's fighting Berto. He fought Berto and did what he did, half a thing. Like, yo, you gotta let this man eat. He is good for boxing, good or bad. The hate buys the same tickets that the love does. If you don't realize that by now, you're a buffoon, and Ness need to bust that gun because you need to kill yourself. And that's it, man. King Jockey Joe Boxing, don't fuck with me.
Yo, wait. Why I gotta kill myself?
No, I said you need to bust that gun because we all need to kill ourselves if we don't understand that part of it.
Exactly.
Boxing is better with Floyd. We need somebody to hate because, in these days...
Well, listen, hold on a minute, King Joffrey Joe. Don't go anywhere because Mario wants to rebuttal. And I want to say, I just want to be honest because I know there's people that listen to every single episode. And in the past, not too long ago, when Floyd was active, I said I wanted him to retire because I thought it would be a better world without him. But look, nothing's really shaking and baking in this welterweight division without the guy. And a fight with him and Garcia, it intrigues me. So it is what it is. But Mario, go ahead.
Listen, King Joffrey Joe, I'm not saying that it's not better off for the short term. It is. But for the long-term game, we are better off without Floyd Mayweather. Much better off. Give these guys a chance to shine, okay? Porter, Thurman have not fought yet. Khan hasn't fought yet. Brook hasn't fought yet. Since Floyd's retired, none of these guys have fought. Give them 2-3 years. I promise, you sound like an old head. And I don't mean that you sound old, obviously old head like experience, okay? So you remember a time when the best fought the best. Give it a chance.
Next Monday.
No, and I meant experience. I don't mean that you're old. So what I'm saying is that you remember a time.
There's a bad thing, but
yeah, okay. So
Mario, you gotta
real quick. Listen, you gotta remember a time. Hold on, real quick. You gotta remember a time when the best fought the best. We can get back to that point, and we don't need anyone to hate because we can just love the fights.
Okay, and I agree with that, Mario. Like 77.5%, right? But the issue was this. You said a very, very, very important thing. None of the young boys fought each other yet, right? So, okay, while these young boys are getting to the point where they're ready to fight each other, right? What you have to do is let the big dog eat. Because all they're going to do, whatever the big dog don't finish eating, they're going to get the scraps. And it's good for boxing. Not saying it was too soon. you know, they say too soon. It's too soon for him to go. One more fight, maybe one more in September, and you got Danny put to another level. You have Sean Porter or Keith Thurman put to another level. You might just have Terrence Crawford coming up. There's so many guys that can eat off just the talk about Floyd that is ridiculous. It's not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. When he's involved in everything, man, it's a beautiful thing. And it's just like, whatever, tell me somebody else who can make the needle move in the most popular division in boxing right now.
You're right.
You can say nobody, man.
But
nobody.
They hold their weight. So you gotta let Floyd eat. Let him go when he go. I'm the biggest Floyd fan in the world, right? But at the end of the day, I don't want to see the man get knocked out. But shit, if somebody knock him out, what does it do for that guy? So let his ass keep fighting, man.
That's right.
Keep fighting.
That's the only way. That's the only way you're gonna pass the torch. Somebody got to beat him to get that fame. You got to beat him.
You got to knock him off that square. You got to knock him off that square.
And Danny Garcia at least has a shot with the power.
Exactly.
I mean, you gave Maidana a chance. You gave Maidana a chance, and he was a lesser fighter. No, the world gave him a chance.
Casual fans.
And he showed flaws early. He showed flaws early. He got dropped 3 times by Victor Ortiz, and we let him live. We didn't mind. We didn't care. We said he was a rebuilt fighter with Robert Garcia.
The most important thing about Maidana is this. Maidana had the best fight of his life against Floyd that first fight, right? But Floyd, he holds so much weight that this motherfucker don't care about fighting no more. Maidana fought him once, and then fought him twice, and then say, you know what? I'm going to raise these cows. Fuck boxing. Name another fighter that could do that for somebody.
He said, I'm going to eat these cows.
That's right. Hey, and he's not only raising them, it's like Mario said, he's definitely eating them because some pictures of him looking real big.
Look at him, man. Look at him. He needed to be on the infomercial on the before and after picture, but he before right now. And he almost beat Floyd. He was close. Yo, people got to understand, before you kick somebody out the door, it's just like in football. I watch football too. Motherfuckers fire coaches, but then you hire a coach that wasn't even better than the last coach. Like, that's buffoonery, man. Wake up. Floyd is good for boxing. Guess what? That boring boxer does numbers. He do Beyonce numbers when people like Triple G, people like, and I'm not a Triple G hater, but he get a lot of hype from the regular guys who give him the hype on Twitter, the ones who got them ESPN jobs and all that shit. He get a lot of hype. But at the end of the day, who moving that needle for real? Floyd motherfucking Mayweather. Like him or not, man, he good for boxing. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't think he good for boxing, then you like a Benedict Arnold, man. You're a double agent. Stop hating. Eat this good food that Al Heyman and all these people are giving you right now.
Hey, King Joffy Joe, let us get to we got to get to some other people, brother. But listen, thank you for calling in. I'm glad that you were able to get it off your chest, being a first-time caller and all that. And we definitely want to hear your take. As you see, we let you burn. But for those just tuning in, man, we just want to fill you guys in. What's been happening is that Floyd Mayweather has taken to the internet and basically said that he could shut down Canelo Alvarez versus Amir Khan simply by calling Angel Garcia and setting up a Danny Garcia versus Floyd Mayweather fight for all the marbles, for that WBC belt, for that undefeated record. Somebody's always got to go for his 50th fight. So it sounds like a sellable fight, Mario. I mean, the fact that he's Puerto Rican, you know what I mean? Like, Mayweather touched on everything. He sold it to his fans. He said, hey, my father, his father, he's Puerto Rican. You know, he's undefeated like Trinidad. I mean, he put every little seed in their brains. And remember, what were some of the other things that Mayweather has said that his fans immediately and the mainstream media immediately grabbed on? I'll remind you. My next fight is going to be Kareem Mayfield and Andre Berto. And all of a sudden, Kareem Mayfield became somebody because Mayweather said so. Same thing with Gervonta Davis and Earl Spence. The minute he said Earl Spence is the guy, people start saying Keith Thurman sucks just because Mayweather said Thurman is the guy. Spence is the guy.
Let me present a question. This is, just to everyone. Listen, I learned a lot from Beeb in terms of fights that will get made or could be made. He never was ever worried about Mayweather-Pacquiao at a time when even the Rayfells were saying the fight wasn't going to happen. Beeb was one of the few people that said it was going to happen. I remember how he did it, and he picked up on things that people were saying. Floyd, the reason why I think Beeb is convinced right now that Floyd and Garcia will happen is because of what Ness just said, in that Floyd isn't just saying his name. He's saying my father, his father. Like, he's painting the promotional picture, and that it proves that he's thinking much deeper into the fight as opposed to let me just say some random name. He didn't give a bunch of points of why Kareem Mayfield would be a great fight, and Kareem Mayfield didn't happen. Right? With Berto, he went through a laundry list of reasons why that should be a fight, and the fight ended up happening. But let me ask you a question. For the sake of the sport, wouldn't it be better for Garcia to have his, big welterweight moment against a guy like Thurman or Porter in a winnable fight, as opposed to allowing someone like Floyd, who's going to retire, to sully or to ruin Danny Garcia?
Let me tell you why.
And let him go?
Let me tell you why right now boxing is in a damaged place, and why something like that would happen. Because, again, like Amir Khan losing to Canelo, it doesn't hurt him. Danny loses to Floyd, it doesn't hurt. He could still go fight Thurman Porter winner.
Got one question for you, Mario. Did Canelo losing to Floyd ruin him? Not at all.
No.
And the thing is, when you lose to Floyd, more than likely you're not going to get knocked out, so you lose a decision just like everyone else in the past has recently, and you move on and you carry on with your career. So I think Ness is 110% correct.
Hey, Beeb, you get movie roles and commercials and endorsements.
Yep.
You get more popular for losing.
Yup.
It's a good point.
Just being attached to that name, you're going to get some shine, bro. It's just a given.
That's a good point. And listen, and I wasn't saying one way or the other. My only point with Garcia is that he has a bright future. He has components that make up a popular fighter, someone that people are willing to get behind. And so that would be like my only worry. But y'all are right. It's really never hurt anyone's career other than those that were already on their way down. Robert Guerrero. But guys like Canelo, I'll say it to you. This is what y'all just made me realize. If you're going to be a star, not even Floyd can stop that. And if anything, he can probably help facilitate it. So,
not only that, Mario, but they do this Floyd Mayweather Danny Garcia fight. It happens. There's an all access, the build up with the fathers. Win or lose, he just put Danny in front of more people. Remember, Danny's already riding high off of being that strong undercard on the Canelo Mayweather fight when he fought Lucas Matisse. So people know him because of that. So now if it's like, oh, that kid that was on his undercard is fighting him. The one that fought that dude that was calling the machine, yes, that's a long time ago, but we're talking casuals. We're not talking about us hardcores who know the truth. We're talking casuals, baby. They're going to show him both of those guys on that fight together. I mean, it's a doable thing. It's a doable thing. And look at where we're at. I mean, he just said these things a couple of hours ago. The media is already jumping on it. The world is already reacting. It's like the last caller said, man. He's big deal. Should we get to some other callers, or you guys got any takes before we open the lines?
Let's let the callers in because I'm sure it's going to start piling up.
I will say this, and I'd like to hear a caller's point. Doesn't it upset anybody a little bit, and you don't have to answer this, but it doesn't upset anybody a little bit that Mayweather's so aware of what fights are great, Danny Garcia, and he still went ahead and fought Berto in his last fight. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know.
No, it just shows that there's a long-term plan. It shows that there is a comeback. There's a comeback plan. I think that's what it is. I think he had to get rid of the Showtime, shake the Showtime deal to see what's out there, man. Because money is what's the motive. I'm sure if Peter Nelson offered him an astronomical amount, he'll come back. He'll come back. There'll be some type of work being worked out. We'll see some TMT fights over there in the whole nine. 917 New York City. Talk to me. Who's this?
Yo, it's Mike. What up?
Mike, what's going on, brother?
Yo, first and foremost, you Negroes, and yes, that includes Beeb and Mario. You Negroes are some wild cowboys. They're having a show right now, so coins for y'all. But yo, I saw the fight hype joint. First and foremost, who's really shocked? I mean, we saw Floyd scope out Danny at the fight, a few months ago. So it is what it is. I'm happy for it because business is booming. As far as Mario's question, pardon me, Mario, but did you say you want to hear a justification on why the Berto fight happened? Is that what you said?
Well, it was just more of like, doesn't it make you upset with the fact that he knows exactly what we want, he knows exactly what will sell, and he still went ahead and went with the Berto fight?
No doubt. I think he's very cognizant of what the hardcore boxing fan would like. I think, and of course I'm talking out my ass, I'm not in Floyd's camp. Obviously, I'm a civilian like you, or you're more than me. But I think from gauging from the Berto interviews and whatnot, I think it was personal. I think that fight was a itch he had to scratch. You know what I'm saying?
Great point.
I mean,
Mario knows that. Mario did the video.
I mean, why would this dude was he ringside at a few fights when Berto was on HBO? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
Victor Ortiz.
Yeah, so it's like how many times would you see Floyd, making a point to go ringside to support another fighter? You know what I'm saying? Like, as vain and as egotistical he is, why would he go out his way to support a fighter unless he had his eye on that fighter? So
it's a great
that was
point.
a personal thing. We gotta let that go as fans. We gotta let that go and say, all right, Floyd had an itch to scratch. It is what it is. But as far as Danny, man, it's an event heaven. It's not a fight heaven because I think that he'll just jab him to death and I'll point him to death. But as an event heaven, and
Danny's gonna time that jab and come right over top of it with a left hook. Good night.
Oh, okay, and that's what I love. Like, we all can have our opinion. We all can have our opinion, but at the very least, we all can agree, and I hope we can agree that Floyd is at a level right now where he's not competing. He's not trying to compete with the box no more. He's competing with the institutions and the companies. So his ego wants to compete with Golden Boy on May 7th. He wants to force him out of that date. He wants to let you know, nah, man, my ego's still intact. I'm still that dude who can move dates around. I'm still a business dude, and I still can rule the world. So it's more of an egotistical thing, but I love it because,
hey, Mike,
who's not going to watch? Yeah.
Mike, I love where your theory's going, because anybody's starting to wonder now why the venue isn't official. Did maybe Mayweather spread a little rumor to the MGM like, hey, I might be coming back versus Garcia? And now this is just another indication of that? Why hasn't Oscar De La Hoya certified a venue?
No, there are some other rumors floating out there why it hasn't been secured, but that's a good question, man. I'm not going to lie.
But Mario, in your heart of hearts, that Floyd is in a space right now where he's competing on a higher level. Like I said, it's all about competing with the cojones with other major institutions. So we can't get mad at it. Let's just embrace it. Danny gets his shine. Hopefully we get a great undercard, and that's that. But
absolutely,
that's my call. Good.
Great call.
Mike,
great call.
Great call, brother. Thanks for calling in. Very good points, man.
Yeah, he made a really good point. It kind of made me rethink and reconsider the entire dynamic of it. Like, maybe Danny Garcia, basically what Mike put into my head right there was maybe Danny Garcia was always the 50th fight, was always the option. I mean, assuming he stayed undefeated. And, this is just plans coming to fruition, and if that's the case, then a lot of these promoters might have to worry about Floyd in a business aspect too.
Well, that's what we're talking about when Beeb says, people playing checkers, and even Mayweather says checkers and chess, they're thinking moves ahead, man. They're thinking moves ahead. They have things in play that we don't even know, obviously. Let's get to some other callers. We got 813. You're up. Who's this?
Hey, this is Randall from Tampa. I'm at work, so I'm going to try to make this real quick. Mario, your whole biggest issue with the fight is that is going to happen on the same day if they fight as Khan versus Canelo. You didn't have no issue posting that dumbass video you made about 5 reasons why Garcia going to beat Mayweather But now, since they say it's going to be that first weekend of May, that's the problem you got. So just admit you're a fanboy and you don't want to see your boy Khan overshine. Just admit that.
Well, I said it. I said it at the beginning. I said that my problem was that he didn't have to attack or put it in our face like we have to choose one or the other. If that's the case, I'm going to choose Khan Canelo. I said that. I admit it.
Okay,
And listen.
Well, hey, you know if he come back to fight, that Khan and Canelo gonna get bumped. you must say you gonna choose it because you ain't gonna have the option to choose. So you just want to see your fight. We know you're a big Khan fan, but you know what I'm saying. You already put out there that you wouldn't mind seeing Garcia versus Mayweather, but all of a sudden to support your Khan love, you're gonna act like this not a fight you want to see.
No,
and
it is a fight I want to see.
Also, what's the difference between Khan picking Canelo? Why did Khan fight Canelo? Khan fought Canelo because it's nowhere in the world that he could lose to Canelo and still have big fights at 147. The same should have happened to Garcia. Garcia would be a damn fool if Mayweather came calling and he gonna say, no, I'm gonna fight the winner of Porter versus Thurman. Who the hell does that? I mean, if you was Garcia's business manager, you wouldn't recommend him to do that. But that's all I had to say, man. I'm at work right now, so I have to get off the phone. But y'all take it easy, man. Thanks for the spontaneous show.
Appreciate it.
All right, Randall. Thanks for calling in, brother. Some faithful listeners we got. Got a bunch of people there listening on
At
YouTube.
work, man. That's dope.
I know. At work, baby. TBV in your house. No, job. So, Beeb, man, what are you calling? What do you think? How long is it going to take for this to actually happen? Or is it more like I'm thinking it's just a filler to see what the world says?
I kind of think that it's not going to happen in May, but I think it's going to happen in September. And I agree, it is a feeler. And I think people are kind of excited about anything he puts out there. So, I don't know. I think this could do 1 million. Him and Danny like 1.1, 1.2, and I think that would be a success. But you made an interesting point. Could Floyd go back to HBO if HBO threw a big number out there? I don't know, man. That's a good point too. That's something to think about.
I mean, he's a free agent again. It's just
he's a free agent. There's no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's no deal in place. But yeah, I think that Floyd wanted to take a break, and I think that taking a whole year off would be more of a vacation, more of enough time to rest, particularly at his age, and then let Danny have that fight in June to kind of build Danny up a little bit more, and then they can start doing business for September. That's what I'm saying. Because Danny wanted to fight in June. I think Angel said that, so.
Beeb, realistically, Beeb, what fight would make Danny most ready? And I'm talking from a commercial standpoint. And what I mean by that is, what realistic fight? I mean, obviously not Thurman or Porter because that's not going to happen in between this year. What fight could Danny fight that would put him on the radar most with casual fans heading into a Floyd fight?
To be honest with you, I just think they need to make Danny look impressive, and by doing so, they could throw him in there with Aaron Martinez or a Josecito Lopez, and that's a fight where Danny could really look good in. He can get a knockout in, and that helps build up Danny, and that in turn helps build up the fight. So,
oh my God, they're gonna hate us for this.
That's such a great answer.
But if you give him Josecito Lopez, it's a common opponent with Canelo, and they could run those the reviews because they're already owned by Showtime.
Yeah, but that's what they got to make Danny look like a monster. They got to say, oh, can this be the fight that Floyd Mayweather gets old overnight? Will the young lion take it away from him? Look at this devastating. They start showing the highlight clips of Josecito Lopez's head going like this, during the pre-fight build-up. I mean, just think about it.
You think that they could find footage?
Hey, Mario, hold that thought for one
go
second.
ahead.
Yeah, we got a couple of callers. Just get to a few here. 612, you're up. Who's this? 612.
Turn that radio down.
Hello?
Turn the radio down, sir.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Who's this?
This is Jose from Minnesota.
Jose from Minnesota. What's going on, brother? This is your first time
calling?
calling?
Bro, this is I'm calling. I'm sorry?
First time calling?
No, not first time calling, man. I called the other day. We talked. I'm the one again that put you on Jamal.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Oh, yeah, what's going on, brother?
What's up, you guys, man? I just want to say what's up to everybody, man. I love your show, man. I love the show. Big fan. I love the argument. Everybody got great arguments. But I like to say that, man, we all know that Mayweather's jealous, and everybody knows that as soon as you start talking about Floyd's achievements, the number one thing that he likes to point out is, no one can make $300 million in one night. I can make 300 this, and I can sell this many tickets, and my Bugatti's this, and I got a car here, and I got this and that. Money moves money. Floyd Mayweather. That's why he changed his mind. As soon as somebody starts making money, as soon as somebody starts being in that number one pound for pound spot, which is going to be Canelo right now at the moment, which they're building him to be, Floyd's going to try to come back. And what is he doing right now? What is he doing right now? Taking that position. I mean, yeah, it's going to come out to be the business aspect of everything, where he's, taking using Danny as in a position to come back, as his, can he beat Floyd Mayweather? Does he get old overnight? Those are all questions, of course, that they're going to use to build up Danny, in the fight. But Floyd is jealous. Number one thing, he's jealous that Canelo can be the cash cow. And yes, the problem is that, yes, Floyd can mess up Amir Khan and Canelo's fight. As much as we don't like it, as much as I like Canelo, as much as I like Floyd, yes, he can mess it up. He can do it. And no, he is not good for boxing. No one, number one thing I want everybody to notice, this. Anybody who fights Floyd Mayweather does not get a payday. People who fight Pacquiao, they make a payday up to 5. Look how much people are making. The only one who actually made money was Cotto, because he actually had a name. Anybody else, they don't make nothing. $2-3 million? That's not a payday. That's nothing. That's chicken change. That's anybody can make that in their lifetime. That's easy money, man. I can make that in a few years. That's nothing. But
yeah, but you got to remember too. It's once you put yourself on that pay grade. See, once Robert Guerrero made that 2.5 to fight Floyd, then he was at already like a mandatory minimum. Same thing for Tim. When Tim fought Pacquiao, then he had to get paid a certain amount every fight. Like, once you go up, it's hard to go down. So sometimes it just don't matter, because again, losing to Floyd only makes you popular.
But check this out. How often do they fight after that? Because of that pay grade minimum. They barely ever fight. And it always ends up to be,
Wait a minute. Guerrero fought like 5 times. If anybody's made money after that Floyd fight, it's been Guerrero.
Guerrero's fought almost no times.
Different promoters.
What you mean? Ariel?
Yo, Guerrero fought like once. Guerrero fought like 4 times in 5 years.
Dude,
he hasn't fought shit.
After Floyd, didn't he fight the Japanese kid?
A year later.
Yeah, but.
And then he fought who else?
Exactly.
He stopped fighting.
Guerrero's still getting title shots. Guerrero's
look.
Paydays. I mean, Guerrero ain't doing bad, y'all.
Look.
Yeah,
Guerrero.
The point is that they stopped fighting.
Man, I was almost right. Guerrero, after Floyd, fought Guy, Thurman, Aaron Martinez, and Danny Garcia.
Well, how long in between?
Mario, listen, relax, and remember what I said. Don't turn with my words. I said he's gotten like 5 fights since Floyd Mayweather. I was wrong by 1. It's been 4 since Floyd Mayweather. Now you want to nitpick about when? No. It's still a lot of fights.
It's not what you said. It's not a lot of fights in that many years, though. No, it's not.
The caller said, yeah, but they don't fight after they fight for it. I just showed you he fought 4 times with a mandatory minimum.
Less.
All right, wait a minute. With a high mandatory minimum, let's just say he was getting. Let's just hypothetically say, because I don't want people, typing crazy. Let's just say he was getting 1.5. After Floyd, he got 1.5 for every other fight. That's 4 1.5s, man.
I get you, but what his point was that they stopped fighting.
Now, what I said they don't fight as often because, their pay grade goes up. No, none of these promoters, except for their current promoter, which is Al, is going to pay them what they want.
But why would they go anywhere else, caller? Why would they go anywhere else?
Yeah, right. But not all of them are going there. Canelo's still not there. You know, there's a lot of
No. But I'm not saying
there.
saying that. What I'm saying is, why would he go anywhere else?
Oh, I mean, that's not a question. I mean, I can answer. You know what I mean? What we're saying,
But you're the one saying that he's not going to get that money from any. Yeah, but you're the one saying he's not going to get that money from any other promoter.
No, they're not. Agreed.
That's a fair point.
All right, so my thing is, you're bringing that up for what?
No one makes a payday with Floyd. No one ever makes a great payday with Floyd.
I do agree with you on that for sure.
Against Pacquiao.
I do agree with you on that for sure, that Pacquiao pays better. But listen, let us get to some other callers, brother. But Pacquiao has historically paid better. It's true. We got 323. Who's this? 323.
Hello, guys. This is Dave the Champ.
Dave the Champ, what up?
How are you guys doing? I don't want to see Mario smiling or laughing right now. Let me get to my call first, Mario. All right.
Go for it.
Well, you know what the announcer said, I mean, the guy before me said that was right, you know, like, to me, Floyd is jealous. I don't see him coming. Well, you guys are kind of not telling me, or what I want to know, or I want to ask you guys is it going to be on PBC or is it going to be pay-per-view? That's my question. Because if Floyd wanted to be on pay-per-view like I would expect it, wasn't there a couple of fights where they were supposed to be on pay-per-view, but they were almost going to be on the same day, which means that supposedly the pay-per-view people can only support one fight, or they only accept one fight, and whoever takes the first punch and gets that ticket stamped that they're going to have the fight that people in my weekend means that fight happens on pay-per-view, which Canelo did. That's why if you look at the schedule, it already tells you it's HBO pay-per-view. So what I'm kind of questioning was like if Floyd actually wants that fight, which I don't think he actually wants it. I'm thinking he needs to tell us that Canelo-Khan fight is getting all this fuss. But if he actually wants it, I mean, it's got to be on PBC, right?
I don't know, because what schedule are you looking at saying that it's done? Because there's no venue. Where are you seeing that it's done?
No, he's talking about it's on pay-per-view, like it's booked on the pay-per-view.
It's not the venue. The pay-per-view. It's going to be on pay-per-view day.
No, he's right.
So that is the thing to me. When it comes to the place, to me it's more that it's not that you know, Floyd. Even though Floyd got to connect with the MDN grant, I bet they have it. They want to give it to him. But to me, it's more also that's happening. But at the same time, I feel that there's people from Texas are trying to tell, you know, Oscar and Canelo that there's more money over there in Texas and at Houston, you know, in a big stadium, you know, or in Dallas somewhere where they could pack more people in from England and Mexicans. They're making like 40,000 people in the Alamo Dome, or over there in Minute Maid Park, or whatever that stadium's at.
Dave, man, let me get to some other people here. We got Boxing MD. Talk to me.
So I assume all you guys have seen The Sopranos, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, so I'm walking out of class, I see an email saying that the subject of the show, and my reaction was the same reaction that Junior Soprano had when he broke his hip in the shower. Remember that scene where he goes, "Your sister's cunt," like
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it'd be great to get that soundbite. But he's got to leave boxing already. Like, the only reason why I'm not so angry, I guess, is because I think Khan Canelo is a bullshit fight. But here's my overall opinion about this. Floyd Mayweather has negatively impacted boxing in two ways, in my opinion. The first way is that he gives other fighters, the illusion that he fights only for money. And I know that he changed his nickname to Floyd Money Mayweather, and I know he always talks about money, but that's the persona in which that already existed within the hip-hop and urban community in which he tapped into. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't like money, but I'm saying that I think that Floyd Mayweather fights for a lot more than money. I think a lot of it is ego, which I have no problem with fundamentally, because, you know, there can be no great fighters without an ego. But having said all that, it's had a negative impact on certain fighters like Danny Jacobs, and like Danny Garcia, who actually only fight for money. So that's my first point. My second point is that Floyd Mayweather has negatively impacted the sport of boxing because he believes, he's shown other fighters that they don't have to take risks in fights because he continues to still sell pay-per-views by not taking risks in fights. He keeps winning. In fact, there are callers on this show. I remember one time you were telling one of the fighters, one of the listeners, to wear the Boxing Voice shirt at a fight. He actually went as far as to say that he doesn't want to wear a Boxing Voice shirt because he wants something nice to wear to take a picture of Floyd Mayweather. Like the guy's the fucking Pope. The guy's still relevant because we're still talking about him, but to me, it's a turnoff. I'm not into this shit.
Well, MD, thanks for calling in, brother. That's what this is for, man. Voice of the people, letting you guys air it out, letting us know how you feel about these alleged fights and what would and could and shouldn't happen. This might be Georgie Porgy. 508, you're up.
Yes, sir. You got that right. Georgie Porgy time, man. What's going on, guys?
What's up, man? We're just getting the news that Floyd is threatening Canelo-Khan by saying that he could come back with this Danny Garcia fight. What's your thoughts?
Well, I think first of all we got to take money made, because every time that dude say something or even fart, we get a show. So that's a beautiful thing. And man, you guys are disgraceful once again, bro. Danny Garcia, he's gonna fucking time Mayweather job. We what? That nigga's some mommy. The fuck you talking about? That piece of shit Amir can't put work on that dude for 3 or 4 rounds straight. Straight until he land that shit. And Amir can't don't got the speed that Mayweather got or the reflexes. Fuck speed. Reflexes. That nigga is the fastest dude with 2 hands in the planet. Simple. That's it. With the best reflexes out there. You can't hang on the man, bro. That has you be realistic, man. Danny ain't doing shit. With what? 2 fucking fights at 147? And then nigga gonna come and challenge Mayweather or something? Ain't happening, bro. Be realistic. Great show. Oh, babe, stop dodging me. I'm coming after you, though. And forget about that. Coming after you.
Hey, Georgie, but wait a minute. It's not Danny calling out Mayweather. It's Mayweather calling out Danny. He's saying he's going to call Danny Garcia's father. He's saying he's going to call Danny Garcia's father. It's not Danny saying he's going to call Floyd Sr.
True that. Okay, let's say money may start the whole situation, but regardless who started it, the outcome is the same. Danny not going to see this nigga. If they fight, Danny not going to see this nigga's punches coming. Whatsoever. I think he's going to be stopped 3 or 4 rounds. I may well just go there, just fucking patch up these dudes until fucking he give up.
Are you still going to watch the fight, Georgie?
He has done the same shit 49 times. And all of a sudden Danny Garcia going to do anything? That's preposterous.
Are you going to watch the fight?
Yeah, I'm going to watch the fight.
Okay. All right.
Kill yourself, man. Thanks for calling in, Georgie. We love you, Georgie. We love you.
All that shit for nothing. You're still going to buy the fight.
812, you're up.
Oh, Ness, what up?
What up? What up? Who's this?
This is Joey, man, from Indiana.
Joey, what's up?
Man, dude, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Remember that we was talking about maybe Floyd may come in and challenge Garcia? Man, I was at the gym. I heard y'all was on. I got hyped, dude. I've been wanting this fight forever, man. Like, I say, Floyd needs to go ahead and do this, man. You know, just to show Oscar, you think you're going to sell out that arena? I'm going to go heads up against it and show who the pay-per-view king is. But honestly, this fight is great. 2 undefeated fighters in the prime. Man, sign me up, dude. This is what it's about. You know, the best fighting the best, man. And you know what I'm saying? I'm excited, and I hope Danny reaches out, and I hope they really get this going, man, because this would be great. And if I had to pick one, man, I'm probably gonna order both, but my cable bill will be high as hell. But man, I hope they fight, man, because that'll be great for boxing, dude. Now I know the haters are gonna come, but come on, man, let's be real. D2, Danny's getting ready to verge on his prime. Floyd's already been in his prime, and this would be good, man. I don't see how it would be bad for boxing. So I'm excited, y'all. I let y'all finish. I just got done with my workout. I heard y'all was on. I was like, man, let me get to these guys. But yeah, I hope they go through it. Is it? I read a little bit of it. Is Floyd really serious, you think, or he's just talking?
Man, he's trolling in my opinion. But Joey, let me get to some others, man. Thanks for calling in, man. Truly loyal listener. He said he was at the gym, Mario, getting it in, them gains. 646, it might be Chris.
Yo, what's up, Ness? What up, B? What up, Mario?
What up?
Thanks for the spontaneous show, man. This is crazy. I can't believe that Floyd made that statement that he might. I think he's just trolling because Floyd, or maybe he's just sending it out as kind of like a filler to see how, you know, the media and social media reacts and what people's reaction is to maybe him coming out of retirement to may possibly face Danny Garcia. You know, I like Danny Garcia, but I don't feel like he really has the tools to really do much to really possibly beat Floyd. You know, I feel like Floyd stylistically is a hard matchup for him, and he's a hard matchup for anybody. But if it did happen, it would be good. I think that it would be a statement on Floyd. You know, just his ability that he has to really draw a market and to get people to come and want to tune in to see him. If he could just come in and be like, all right, fuck Amir Khan versus Canelo. I'm going to take the new MGM Grand. I'm going to fight Danny Garcia. I mean, that's a statement, and that's like a slap in the face to Oscar again. You know, that'll be 3 times. You know, I beat you, I beat Canelo, and I'm about to shut down, you know, your only really meal ticket that you got and go to Golden Boy right now in Canelo versus Khan fight. But that's really all I got for today. And also one more thing, man. What's up with this guy, Boxing MD, man? Cats, you know, getting a little too emotional and shit, you know. I know everybody has like their attachment to their fighter. So what? If somebody want to get a T-shirt to fucking take a picture with a fighter, what the fuck's the big deal? Like, niggas gotta chill out with that shit, man. Niggas getting a little too emotional. That shit not good. That's sensitive. Men don't get so sensitive. But that's all I got, man. You guys have a good night.
Chris, man, thanks for calling in. As always, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. This was a spontaneous one. We wanted to give back. Remember, if you love us, support us. Drop that 5-star review. Very important. B, final thoughts, man. What are you thinking? What's going through the head? I'm sad to see people picking. I wish that we could get this fight without having Mayweather having to threaten Canelo-Khan. I like Canelo-Khan. I like it. I want to buy it. And I really don't want to have to buy 2 pay-per-views so close to each other. You know, you got Pacquiao, Bradley. I don't even know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go broke this year. All these pay-per-views.
Well, again, I think this is just a little mind games going on, and I think the fight happens in September. So don't worry, Mario, about Canelo-Khan. You'll be fine with that. It'll still be upset of the year. It'll still be fight of the year. And once again, Floyd will have event of the year. So you can't have everything. There's a place for everyone in boxing, and Floyd's going to be the ticket seller, and Amir Khan's going to be the new middleweight champ of the world, baby. So we're fine with that. And once again, you can follow me at JBeeb1 on Twitter, Joe Beeb on Facebook, Joe Beeb on Instagram. And keep up with me, bro.
Definitely. NesGTO on Twitter and on Instagram. Keep up with that weight loss journey. Shout out to Monsterpiece. We love you too. Luke Breeze, Orlando. Bravo. JR late. Whoa, JR, we're going to stop there. Bobby hating on my man Mario. Wanna definitely thank everybody that tuned in live on YouTube. If you're listening, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure that you're sharing. You know what I mean? We're putting in that work for you guys. CTBV staying on top of everything and you know, giving you guys what you want. We're gonna go take them jogs and them, what is it, ellipticals, whatever you guys doing these days. But man, he shook up the world, man. Anyway, we're gonna cut on out and we'll see you guys on Thursday. Peace.